Good morning, students. We will be continuing with our next lecture of force and pressure. So we are reading this activity number third, observation and deduction. Two or more forces acting on a body. Observe a group of ants trying to pull a dead insect to their anthill. If all ants were to pull in the same direction, the forces would add up and their job would be easy. However, the ants do not know this. Notice that the ants do not pull in one direction. Each ant pulls in a different direction. The insect moves in the direction of the net effect of all these forces. If the insect moves in the desired direction, the ant keep on pulling. But if it moves in a different direction, they keep their position and pull again. They keep adjusting their positions until the net force acts in the desired direction and the insect moves towards their anthill. We conclude that when two or more forces act on an object in different direction, the effect on the object is due to magnitude and direction of the net force acting on it. So what is the meaning of this concept? And so meaning is very simple. If an object is there, one person is applying force in this direction, suppose Ram is applying force in this direction, and Sham is applying force in this direction. So Ram is applying suppose more force, and Sham is applying suppose less force. So object net force, we have already told what is net force. Net force is higher force minus lower force. That will be 20 Newton. And net force will have the same direction as the direction of higher force. Higher force is acting in this direction, so net force will also act in this direction. So net force will act on the object and its direction will be same as that of the higher force. In higher force is acting in this direction, this net force will also act in this direction. And its direction will be in the direction of higher force, like this. You have to keep two things in mind. First thing is that the net force will, when two or more forces are acting on an object, the net force will act on the object. This is first point you have to remember. And the second point you have to remember, the direction of net force will be in the direction of higher force. These 2 points you have to remember. Next topic is effect of force. What can force do? Force can change a stationary object move or can change its position of rest. When you kick a stationary football, make it move. When you pick up a glass of water, you change its position of rest. Force can change the speed of a moving object. A goalkeeper applies force to stop a football and reduce its speed to zero. If he is not able to stop the ball properly, it may only slow down and not come to a position of rest. When a player kicks a moving football, it starts moving faster. A goalkeeper slows down or stops a football by applying force in the opposite direction to which the football is moving. On the other hand, to make the ball move faster, the player applies a force in the same direction in which the ball is moving. Force can change the direction of a motion of a moving object. When a batsman hits a ball with his bat, he applies force to change the direction of the motion of the ball. If you allow a moving ball to hit the palm of your hand, a force is exerted on the ball, which changes its direction of motion. The state of motion of a body is described by its speed and direction of motion. The state of motion of an object at rest is the state of zero speed. A change in the speed of an object or its direction of motion or both is referred to as change in the state of motion. Thus, the above three effects of force can be stated as force bring about a change in the state of motion of a body. However, in force may not always bring about a change in state of motion of an object. For example, if you push a wall, there is no change in the state of motion of the ball. Force can change the shape or size of an object. If you squeeze or sponge, its shape changes. If you squeeze a sponge, its shape changes. If you pull a rubber band, it becomes longer. You can use the force of your hand to change the shape of plasticine or an inflated balloon. In the kitchen, forces apply to change the shape of a dough to make thin, circular chapatis. You can pull a string to increase its length, push it to reduce its length. However, force acting on an object does not always bring about a change in its shape or size. For example, if you squeeze an iron ball, its shape or size does not change. So next topic is effects of force. If we apply force on any object, what changes are taking place in that object? That are the effects of force. What changes force can bring in some object. Suppose object is at rest, like football is at rest. It's a football. You kick the football, it start moving. So force can start the motion of an object. Force can start the motion of an object like this. This is the first effect of force. It can start the motion of an object. Suppose a football is moving. You stop the football with your foot. You are applying force on the football to stop the football. So force can stop the motion of an object, can start the motion and can stop the motion. Force can stop the motion. This is the second effect. A football is coming in this direction. You applied a force in this direction. Now it will start moving in this direction. So force can change the direction of ball. A ball is coming to a batsman in this direction. Batsman hit the ball in this direction. Here is a bowler, here is a batsman. He's hitting the ball in this direction. So batsman is applying force on the ball. Due to force, the direction of ball will get changed. So force, third effect is force changes the direction of object. You can take example. A ball is coming toward the batsman. He hits the ball and ball start moving in some other direction. That means force changes the direction of object. Fourth effect is you take a rubber band, you pull it with this in this side or in this side. Its shape will change. Force can change the shape and size. But it is not true for all the objects. You apply the force on wall, but the shape of wall is not going to change. But rubber band, it's being changed. So this is the fourth effect of force. Force can change the shape or size of object. But this statement is not valid to each and every object in this physical world. Like your mummy is applying force on the chapatis to make them round. So this is also a concept of effect of force. So force can start the motion, stop the motion, change the direction of object, incoming object, and can change the shape and size of an object. Next topic is describing a force. A force can be described by stating its magnitude and the direction in which it acts. A force is represented by an arrow. The length of the arrow represents its magnitude. The direction of the arrow shows the direction of force. F1 and F2, two forces with F2 greater than F1 both acting in the same direction. Type of forces. Some forces act on bodies only when they are in contact with the body. Examples are muscular force and frictional force. These are known as contact forces. Some other forces can also act on bodies which are not in contact. Example are gravitational force, magnetic force, and electrostatic force. These are non-contact forces. Contact forces, muscular force. When you lift your school bag or kick a football, you apply force. The force is applied by your muscles of your body and is called muscular force. A horse uses muscular force to pull a cart. Your blood gets pushed into your arteries by the muscular force exerted by your heart. Next is frictional force. What happens when you stop pedaling a bicycle? It slows down and stops after some time. If you kick a small block of wood, it slides for some time and then comes to rest. Why? This happens because of a force called friction. Friction is a force that slows down things down or prevents things from moving. Whenever one surface moves or tries to move over another surface, the force of friction starts acting on the surfaces. It always opposes the motion. There is friction between the tires of a bicycle and the road, and between the block of wood and the floor. Since the force of friction arises due to contact between surfaces, it is a contact force. So force, suppose there is an object, it is acting, suppose we are applying force of 5 Newton. So what is this? This is the value of force. And what is this? This is the direction in which the force is applied. Force is represented both by value and both by direction. Value is known as magnitude. Suppose you have measured the length of this pen 10 centimeter. This is the magnitude of this pen. Magnitude of length 10 centimeter. So force is represented both by magnitude and both by direction. Force is having a direction. This force is having different direction and this force is having different direction. So it is represented by a arrow. The length of the arrow represent the magnitude and this head of arrow represent the direction. This is 5 Newton suppose and 10 Newton arrow will be longer. 5 Newton arrow is like this much and 10 Newton arrow will be longer. A force is represented both by magnitude and both by direction and it is represented by an arrow. The length of arrow gives information about the magnitude and the head of arrow gives information about the direction. The force is represented or described both by magnitude and direction like this. So how force is represented? This is our next topic. Next topic is type of forces. First type is contact forces. Contact means a touch. If you want to push this box to this distance, you need to make a contact or you have to touch this object with your arms. That means you require a contact to apply the force. So contact forces are required means are those which need a contact for their application. In contact force, that means a contact is required. That means a touch is required between two objects to apply force like this. So what is a contact force? Contact force is that force in which contact is required with an object to apply the force. So contact forces are of two types. One is muscular force. So what is this muscular force? The force applied by our muscles is known as muscular force. You are pulling the table with your muscles. That is a muscular force. You're kicking the football with your leg. That is muscles, muscular force. Force applied by muscles is muscular force. Kicking a football with your leg is an example of muscular force. You are pedaling a bicycle on the road and the bicycle is moving. That is also example of muscular force like this. And next type of contact force is frictional force. What is this frictional force? You kick a football, it will move, and after some time it will stop because ground is opposing the football. That means ground is trying to stop the football, opposing the football. That means ground is applying opposing force on the football, that is friction. Frictional force is that force which opposes the motion. If motion is in this direction, frictional force will be in this direction. When you stop pedaling a bicycle on the road, the bicycle stops due to this force only, frictional force only. So frictional force is that which opposes the motion. Oppose means it is opposite to motion, like this. So when you kick a football, the football stop after some time due to frictional force. You are riding a bicycle on road and you stop pedaling, the bicycle stop after some time. That is also due to frictional force. That means this football is making contact with the ground and ground is applying frictional force on the football. That means in frictional force also contact is required. So it is also a type of contact force.